Welcome in. My name is Bryce Koon. Ralph Leary running everything in the background there, and there you go. We welcome you to the Crowded Booth here on a Wednesday evening as we inch closer and closer to week one, just 3 weeks away from the start of college football season. And tonight, we're going to go boldest predictions, crazy scenarios, hypotheticals that shouldn't make sense, but I guess on paper they could happen. Will has an absolute banger to kick us off with. So tune in, like the channel, subscribe to the video, or do vice versa, whatever you want to do, and we'll catch you here on the Crowded Booth.
Pile in here and make yourself feel at home. The Crowded Booth is coming on. The Crowded Booth with Bryce Koon.
All right, welcome back in. My name is Bryce Koon. I've got Will Manis and Ralph Leary alongside me on this fine evening as we get ready for the start of college football season. Fellas, I guess we're technically, 2.5 weeks away from week 0, Iowa State, Kansas State, which is actually going to be kind of a fun game with conference implications there in the Big 12. But other than that, Will, it's really just a dress rehearsal for what's going to be, I think, a loaded night for Friday night for at least our podcast in terms of Georgia Tech at Colorado, Auburn at Baylor, and fall camp in full swing. Will, how do you feel any better? Are you feeling more excited about the season?
I feel worse. Just Hugh's being Hugh with a microphone in his face. Just continuing to put his foot in his mouth. It's not so much what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. Like, we go back to day one, and he's asked about, is it true that you asked DJ Durkin to take it easy on Jackson Arnold? And he's just emphatically, yes, I want my quarterback to be confident. And then,
are you more concerned than LSU?
Whatever he's talking about today.
What did you say, Ralph?
Is he more concerned? Are you more concerned than LSU fans are right now?
They're fine. Garrett Nussmeier's fine, man. He's okay.
I don't know because I'm probably reading too much into it, into what Hugh Freeze has said.
It was a bad practice today, is what he said?
Bad practice.
Yeah. That's what
it took 6 practices and he's lost his team already. 6 practices. Off to a great start.
I think Gavin's in the back. He's probably saying it's a stick again.
Gavin's just staring in there. Who cares about the overpaid SEC, says Mr. Burns. Burns, tell us who needs to be paid. There we go, Matt. It's one of those. No, Garrett Nussmeier's okay. That was there's this forum. Then I'm sure every fan base has that crazy forum that just says whatever. It's typically one of those free forums, right? Like one you don't have to subscribe to.
Mm-hmm. Auburn's are paid, baby.
All paid. So there's this thing. Well, this one actually might be paid. There's this thing called Tiger Droppings, and it's a bunch of LSU fans. And someone just went on there and started a rumor that Garrett Nussmeier tore his ACL and was carted off the field today. Oh. And of course, then you have bot accounts that are tweeting this out. There we go, John. That boy Burnsy. That's what we're going to call you from here on out in the show. It is just in general, it's kind of crazy to me how stuff starts. And then obviously it comes all the way to the On3 site, which I guess we haven't done a show since I've said I'm working for them now. So getting a new paycheck still from LSU, obviously. Just took a month delay.
But you were there, so you can confirm that he was not.
We weren't there. Practice was closed today. That was the crazy part about it. That's what made it kind of take off, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe he did.
We talked. I'll put it like this. I'll put it very vague. I talked with someone who's high up on the organizational chart today, and he's okay. He's fine. He was taken out of practice, but it's nothing serious. Thoughts on the TCU furry? Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
It's apparently not true.
Is it?
It's 100% not
he
true.
just posted it. He's not actually a furry.
He quoted it and said, "This is 100% me." Obviously, that was just trolling.
But what if it isn't?
You never know.
He's at the wrong school for that, I feel like.
What's his name? JJ Hoover? Does he just want to be Andrew McCutcheon?
Josh Hoover.
Josh Hoover. JJ was that old Braves farmhand, wasn't it? about 10 years ago.
J.J. Hoover, he might have been.
I think he was. I think the Braves sent him to the Reds. And he
Yes.
pitched for the Reds before he need. I don't even think he ever
God,
pitched for the
Will.
Braves.
Well, that's a crazy pool.
That is a
pool.
crazy pull. We got to see what the trade was, right? Like, who did we trade him for?
Get the
Real quick.
Chopaholic board up here real quick.
I don't remember. There probably is an article on the Shopaholic about it.
Juan Francisco.
Oh my God!
Remember that year the Braves had
Yep.
Juan Francisco and Chris
I remember
Johnson, who won the batting, but nearly won the batting title, or did win the batting title. I don't.
No, he didn't win it, but he
No, he
came
lost
second.
He
He like
choked the last week of the year.
328 or something like that year.
I don't know if he had enough plate appearances. That was the problem because they platooned. I think he would have won it.
No, I think he went like 0 for the last week of the year, and it dropped his average like 20 points.
So I'll do some, where's Gavin? Do some research on it. Like
Yeah,
20,
we need that. We need
2014.
Juan Francisco, Chris Johnson stats. Okay, we're going bold predictions tonight, fellas. I'm excited to talk about this because Will, prior to our ACC prediction show, you kind of just threw this scenario out here. And
He said the SEC night when we did the SEC
He
predictions.
teased the SEC night. That's right. That is right.
No, absolutely not. That
What if they do though?
What did they do? Like, what is that on the meter?
Well, let me just say something. If they go undefeated, that means they have gone to Clemson and beat Clemson week 2. And if that happens, I don't know what I'll do.
I've seen Troy football do some crazy things.
Yeah, I did too. About 8 years ago, when they had a good coach and a good team, and not a quarterback who doesn't get hurt every play.
It is. Braves are only 18 games back of 500. God, it's awful. So
and losing 5-1. Way to go,
but
Spencer
I was going to say at least the Brewers are good, but it doesn't even matter at this point. The Brewers are good. But
I don't know if I've ever said it on this channel, but I'm taking my victory lap full swing. Was it 2-3 off seasons ago? I said the Braves should trade Spencer Strider.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I mean,
again,
I don't agree with the trade. I think you could move the back end of the bullpen. Ridiculous piece.
Again, never wrong, just early.
You want a T-shirt? Should we make you some T-shirts? Never wrong, just early, with an outline of your face.
Just an outline.
Bold take. Gunnar Stockton is a furry.
That'd be the last person I think is a furry dude.
Bold take. Hugh Breeze wins the bowl game.
Got to win 6 games first.
That's all he cares about winning, right? So
apparently not.
He agrees. I don't think I've watched a full Braves game since May, to be honest with you. So it is what it is.
I started watching I was going to watch the Bristol game there night with my dad, and it rained out, and that was probably the last game I wanted to watch all year long.
I watched Hurston Waldrop pitch. He pitched really good on Sunday.
Really well Sunday. I watched the back half of that. And then fans got mad on Facebook saying, why did they take him out after he has not pitched in a major league game in a year and shoved for 5 2/3? And
Ralph really likes to frequent the Facebook fan pages because it is.
No, I just scroll on Facebook and I see it. Why they take him out?
It is crazy. So, bold take, Ralph and Will first.
Catch us on Saturday night.
Bryce hates Georgia Tech, so why are we here? What
True.
idiot in the MLB front office thought playing baseball in Bristol was a good idea?
David, I'm asking the same question.
Yeah, that was
I
ridiculous.
don't know. I mean, it was a wild idea. It looked cool, I guess. The home runs were cool. Too bad it was Eli White who hit him.
No, from a logistics standpoint, is a nightmare.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we really needed Chris Sale to pitch that game because, if you're at Bristol, you got to have somebody out there that's willing to rattle some cages. And that would have been Chris Sale.
If you had to be a furry animal, what animal would you be?
Well,
God, I can't wait for us to bring back the call-in shows in about 2 weeks.
Oh,
That's going to be great.
I'll open up the phone lines doing my watch-alongs.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Isn't
no,
Fury a tank movie? Just wild. Got to go for a yellow jacket. I'm not going to read that comment out loud, Zach. Zach, you'd have to donate for me to read that comment out loud. It'd have to be a substantial donation to happen.
Like $80.
Yeah.
At a minimum.
All right. Pure hot takes. Pure, just it does not have to make sense. It can get ripped apart because we're going to put these on social media. I've got mine locked in. Ralph, do you have yours locked in?
I think so.
Okay.
And mine's not as extreme though. Will's not extreme either. His
Put
is
it in the
crazy.
private chat what yours is, Ralph, because I don't know what yours is, and I hope it's not the same as mine. But we will defer to Will because I want to lead off with this because it does involve Georgia Tech, and so. Will, I don't know how privy you are to the ACC when they were in divisions, but there was this thing called coastal chaos. The Atlantic would do what it would, and the coastal would have some random 6-16 just in the conference title game for some God knows why reason. You think there's a recipe for chaos this year? We kind of hinted at it in last Wednesday night's show, but walk us through what would happen, and let's go big picture here. What's just complete chaos that you think could happen that would really, with lack of better words, piss off this fan base that watches this show?
Well, I think the ACC can get 2 teams in the playoff. Now, The crazy part about it is not like it was last year, the ACC champion and runner-up. It is the ACC champion. Obviously, they're automatically in. And the team that misses out on the conference championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So and you look at it on paper.
The game does not get in.
Correct. Loser of the conference title game misses out. And to me, the most likely scenario for that, unfortunately, leaves Georgia Tech sitting at home. Because looking at it on paper and looking at schedules, I think Miami has a pretty straightforward path. I think Miami, in fact, picked them to make the title game. Pretty straightforward path. Like I said a week ago, they don't have a Georgia Tech on the schedule to stumble against, which they can't get past Georgia Tech. Mario Cristobal can't. But in this scenario, Georgia Tech beats Clemson in week 3, which effectively keeps Clemson out of the ACC title game. Happens all the way in week 3. Now, both teams, of course, have to win out the rest of the year, which I think could happen looking at the schedules on paper. So in this scenario, Miami beats Georgia Tech in the conference title game. Clemson is 11-1. Georgia Tech somehow would miss out in this scenario. But because Georgia Tech has more margin for error, I think. Maybe that's not the right phrase. Tech has more non-conference games that they could lose.
Yes.
Well,
Colorado
they have the same non-conference games, but scenario: Tech loses to Colorado, they beat Clemson, they lose to Georgia, they lose the ACC title game. That's 3 losses. That kind of keeps them out, especially if you have Clemson sitting there at 11-1. Their only loss is to Georgia Tech. They beat LSU, they beat South Carolina, they beat everybody else on their schedule. So it would be utter chaos, and there would be, we'd hear all the time, oh, you gotta expand the playoff again because you can't have a team that makes the conference championship game and beats the team head to head. You can't keep them out of the playoff and have the other team in. But if you've got Georgia Tech would be 10-3 versus a 12-1. So it would definitely make it tough on the committee. But we talk about brand value. That's a way that I can see it happening.
So my question to you in this, let me make sure I got you right here. You'd have Georgia Tech regular season 10-2, losses to Colorado and Georgia in this scenario. Yes. So your only true marquee win would be home against Clemson, which is a great win. You're beating the ACC champion in the regular season, but then does that cancel out because you lose to them in Charlotte? And so now you're sitting at 10-3. Your marquee win is canceled out, which we're not. Look, Scats has already said this.
You lose to Miami. You lose to Miami in the ACC championship.
Oh, but
so Clemson is sitting at home in conference championship week at 11-1.
Because Tech is undefeated in conference play.
Yes.
And Miami does whatever Miami does. But does Miami play Clemson this year? I
don't think they do because they don't leave the state of Florida till week 7?
Something crazy. Ralph, look that up. Is Miami play Clemson? And the reason I put up Scat's comment here, we're not advocating for this. This is like off the wall, chaotic type of situation. So essentially, Miami's in as the ACC champion. Does Miami play Clemson?
No.
Okay, so we don't have to worry. So Miami's in.
That's why they're involved. I mean, this scenario, it's these three teams and these three teams only, because you look at who plays who and all that. Like SMU plays Clemson and Miami, right? I know they play Miami. They do play Clemson, don't they?
SMU plays at Clemson, host Miami.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
like in this scenario, SMU beats both of those teams. How do they number one, how they not make the ACC title game? Two, how would they not win it?
All right, so Miami's in. Then the committee would strictly be looking at an 11-1 Clemson team with a close loss on the road at Georgia Tech, but they have marquee wins over
LSU.
we'll just be safe, a top 25 LSU team and a top 25 South Carolina team.
Mm-hmm.
And an SMU team.
And SMU.
And SMU.
At South Carolina team. And then Florida State is somewhat decent this year.
So you would be pitting the concept of head-to-head or resume.
Yep.
Wow. And you know what's crazy? Like if you take the fandom out of it, right? Like if you take the gold color glasses off, you take the orange color glasses off, there's a true argument for both sides of it.
Yep, there is.
Because if Colorado's just like a 7-5 team, that's not going to be marquee enough of a win for you. Well, no, that you would have lost that game. So I'm sorry, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, so where's your marquee win?
What's a bad loss? The marquee win is Clemson.
No, but outside of that,
oh,
like if you were to stack resumes, right? Okay, you beat them head to head. What else do you have? No,
Duke?
Dude. Per Georgia Tech Twitter, Duke is terrible. So,
Wake Forest.
It would make an interesting. God no. If you're playing EA 26 in my dynasty, of course, yes. But it'd make an interesting case study at least. Like, what are you going to take? Are you going, because then if you're Clemson's going to start acting, if that happens, Clemson's going to start acting like everyone accuses the SEC of acting, say, well, then we're just not going to schedule hard games anymore. We're going to schedule cupcakes and not play hard out of conference games and just do whatever. Because if I was Clemson, I wouldn't schedule. You have to play South Carolina. I wouldn't schedule LSU. I'd schedule, Furman. I'd schedule a G5 team and maybe another G5 team, and that's what I would. And just try to win the ACC every year, which you have a pretty good chance of doing year in, year out. That's interesting.
That's chaos.
Chaos.
You want chaos?
Georgia Tech, you're ticked, right? Like,
oh. Yeah.
I mean, not even from the vantage of how pissed off this fan base would be that watches our show, but like, there's a valid thing. It's like, well, we beat them. What are we supposed to do? And you're penalizing us for going to the ACC title game. That'll be the thing. That'll be the one thing that I think will keep it from happening, truthfully, because the second they do that, first off, conference title games are going to be devalued here in the next couple of years completely. We're going to see that as you have play-in games that really start to determine things, I think. But there's so much money tied up into that game in Charlotte. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they do it. I don't know.
I don't see it happening because once the committee does it, that'll be the end of conference title games.
I just wouldn't play it. That's crazy. Not rage bait, but it's just it's a hypothetical that you just laid out. It's like, well, what would the committee do? Do you, as a Georgia Tech fan, if you do that, do you trust the committee to put you in, or does brand value and a little bit of recency bias too, right? Like that would also be something too. Georgia Tech just lost, but Clemson just ended their season beating South Carolina. I don't know. Ralph, any thoughts?
That right there. It would cause riot, because you go back to last year when you had Alabama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina sitting on the outside. We had the three-way of talking about who would slip in if someone lost in front of them, and every team had wins over somebody else, and some teams had better wins in general. It was just constant back and forth, and none of the three teams made it in, which made perfect sense because there was teams that had better resumes technically. So
yeah.
I mean, it would cause absolute chaos. And when Will told us this the other night, I just had to think about it for a minute because when he was explaining it, I lost track halfway through.
Yeah.
I had to go back and look at the schedule. I'm like, okay, so they won here, they won here. So it's a wild. It's not extreme. Like getting rage bait over this is crazy because it's not like it's a bold take. It's not like it's saying it's going to happen. People didn't realize we're doing bold predictions. It's not
This isn't even really a prediction. This is just like a scenario, a very specific scenario that can only happen one way with 3 teams.
Yeah.
Based on their schedules, common opponents, and then you think when coming up with this, I'm thinking, okay, well, who could finish between 4 and 6 that could throw their names into this crazy scenario? And there's nobody. There's nobody. I mean, just based on who has to play who.
Now, I will say when we looked at this, I was comparing Georgia Tech and SMU, and there is a path to where, let's say Miami loses, because in that scenario that I was laying out, appreciate the repost there, Aaron. It's if Miami loses more than 2 conference games, which would include a loss to SMU. And SMU, the only game they lose is to Clemson, and the only game Tech loses is to Clemson. Who gets into the ACC title game? And Gavin was talking about this with some people in the Discord. You'd have to go, I think 4 or 5 bullet points down to be able to determine, not all the way down to where Jim Phillips has to flip a coin, but you'd have to go pretty far down to figure out who gets in. And it's almost like, I cannot remember, and don't quote me on this, it's close to like a compilation of opponents winning or opponents' record against some. I mean, it's something crazy. It's like the 4th bullet point in the ACC, tournament or ACC title format or whatever. It's crazy. And I think bottom line, this is kind of why I miss divisions a little bit, because it was clear cut. You knew what it was. Now I'll tell you this, having covered the ACC, the Coastal and Atlantic were not evenly matched up in the least bit, but you kind of knew, hey, you win your division, you're going. Yeah. There's just too many tiebreakers. And we had a scenario last year in the SEC where I remember LSU went down to Florida after losing on the road to A&M, getting blown out by Bama, mathematically still alive to go to the SEC title game.
3 teams had to lose, didn't they?
It was
Texas had to lose. Alabama.
A&M had to beat Texas, and A&M had to lose one more game. And if LSU won out, they'd be in.
Yeah, and then Alabama had to lose in their game too,
which wasn't like a crazy outlier.
A&M did end up losing.
They did, yeah, but A&M just didn't beat Texas.
They got dog walked by South Carolina.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about that 4 overtime loss they had.
I think it was the Auburn game actually that determined that, because South Carolina was the week after LSU, which would have been the Bama week. Interesting to see there. Joe the Pilot says, like the SEC East and West, those conferences weren't balanced at all.
The West was always
was always good. Early or mid 2000s, Florida was really, really good in the SEC East. You had Florida, you had Georgia. I would argue Spurrier South Carolina teams were really good.
Early 2000 Tennessee. Yep, Spurrier, South Carolina.
What about
Missouri when they first joined?
Missouri went to the SEC title game twice.
What happened the first time they went?
They got ran through.
Literally ran through.
It is interesting. Scott says, think there's going to be a lot of teams battling for that second spot in the ACC title game. SMU, Louisville, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, Pitt. No, I'm with you there. I'd throw Miami in the mix there too. It's going to be interesting. Syracuse has a really hard schedule this year compared to last year. So, like I said this on the show last Wednesday, I think Syracuse could be just as good of a team when you lay out the stats on paper, but the win-loss record could be worse because of the schedule difference. It would be great. Matt says, I'm pretty sure the ACC can have a 3-way tie for first with all 3 undefeated. Could you?
I don't think they can go undefeated. There's too many games.
Crossover. It'd have to be.
There's got to be a team we're not thinking about. So it could be Clemson, Miami.
It can't be Tech.
Yeah. Can't be Tech. Can't be SMU.
It can't be
Louisville.
I mean, you're talking about below grade ACC team at that point. Then you're getting to the lower parts of the ACC.
Duke.
Hey, this is the fun part about the ACC. You don't know
because Duke Duke plays Clemson, Georgia Tech, and
I don't know.
I mean, so you said who we said Clemson. So
Clemson, SMU.
How about Clemson, SMU, and North Carolina State?
What about North Carolina?
North Carolina State doesn't play Clemson, SMU, and they only play Tech. And they play at Miami. So if you're doing Clemson, SMU, and North Carolina State, be the only 3 teams you could use, I think. So.
Not Pitt.
I don't think Pitt can. I think Pitt plays Clemson and
UNC plays
Stanford.
Well, that's
absolutely not.
That's ending. Oh, Miami, SMU, and Clemson didn't play each other last year. So he's saying last year they could have.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, yeah. So
sorry.
Yeah, that's right. SMU didn't play Clemson. Yeah, you could have a 3-way tie for first last year. Like, I wonder what you do in that scenario. Think about that.
Flip a coin like the Sun Belt does.
What do you do for the playoff?
I
mean, imagine going 12-0 undefeated, not getting in.
Oh,
but in that
man.
situation, though, all 3 of these teams would have gotten in.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So it wouldn't have mattered. All right. Let's move on to the next topic conversation. Will I put that one in terms of potential chaos? Like I'm going to go 7 out of 10.
That's probably going to be the highest one.
What'd you say?
That's probably going to be the highest one on the rating there. Mine's not as extreme.
Yeah, yours is a -6.
Yeah, I figured.
You brought 0 juice to this conversation.
I told you I didn't have anything.
So, all right, here we go. Let's go Rouse real quick, though. What you got for us?
I have a Big 12, two teams in the Big 12 make the playoffs this year. And I was looking at this today and trying to figure out what teams would make it. Because Will had the ACC, and I was like, there's not much in the SEC I can really think that's like crazy. And I was thinking I wanted to go playoff here. So Kansas State and Texas Tech play each other in November, on November 1st, and it's their 8th game of the year, 9th game of the year. If whoever splits that game, whoever wins that game, they meet each other again in Dallas. I guess they're playing in Dallas, right? The ACC championship games that played or the Big 12s in Dallas, I think.
Yes.
Not anymore, is it?
Is it not?
Yeah,
I'm thinking Big 12 baseball tournament. I'm sorry. Anyways, keep going. Yeah.
So if both teams have a favorable schedule most of the year, honestly, Texas Tech, I have their schedule pulled up. They got at Utah, at Houston. Utah had a rough year last year. Their defense is always good, but their offense is questionable right now. But they have a favorable home schedule. Arizona State, I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as they were last year. As much as I like Arizona State and Sam Levitt, they lost, their workhorse last year. Yes, I know. We know. But it's a favorable schedule, and Kansas State, I think is probably the clear favorite in this conference this year. They brought back a lot of talent from last year. And I just think if both teams meet each other on November 1st, whoever wins that game, whoever goes undefeated in that conference, they meet in Dallas, and the one who lost that game, middle of the season wins it. You have a chance to have 2 Big 12 teams playing in the playoffs. Now, going off last year, there was no chance because the Big 12 was just kind of, all around just okay. Arizona State was fun to watch, but they weren't beating the premier teams going forward. And I don't think there were another Big 12 team who could be in there a bigger school and a better conference last year. I have at Kansas State and Texas Tech. There's a chance for Iowa State to be that. It really goes off of what week 0 happens, because whoever wins in Ireland is basically who I have as the other team. I think Texas Tech's a solid team. I had them last year winning the Big 12. I was wrong. I'm going back again with that, and I'm just how I'm running with it. It's not a great one because I thought we were doing playoff takes this year, and Bryce is he threw his out there to us a minute ago, and now I kind of feel like an idiot.
What'd you say? Playoff picks.
I thought we were doing like playoff predictions, like bold playoff predictions.
Oh.
So
no, I mean this is good in the sense of like the Big 12 is going to be hard to get 2 bids out of because you might have a team that's 8-4 in the Big 12 title game. Now, Will's smirking because I know where Will's going to take this. He's going to take a Sawyer Robertson-led Baylor team, which I texted y'all today. I really kind of like if they improve defensively. Sawyer Robertson's a good quarterback, and the thing was crazy. Their problem last year was defense, and that's Dave Aranda's bread and butter. And so, I don't know. There you go, Rob. It's not. There you go. That's what you needed to hear. Well, that's something.
Actually, can I throw another hot take out real quick? ULM gets moved to the FCS the next few years.
I don't think that
needs to happen pronto.
I think that's like a 2 out of 10, to be honest with you.
That needs to be moved to pronto. What's going on down there is a nightmare scenario for anyone.
What is happening in Monroe? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out about Baylor on Friday night, August 29th. I mean, if they can beat Auburn, look at the rest of their schedule. It is a cakewalk.
Besides week 2.
Who's week 2?
At SMU.
At SMU. But
that's not a conference game. It's not a conference.
Per TriStar it is. But anyways.
Yeah. I mean, if Baylor can win that game, and so I said here August 6th, I think Baylor's going to beat Auburn by a score of 17-6. Auburn won't score a touchdown. I've seen this script before many times. Okay?
Oh, here we go.
But no, if Baylor can knock off Auburn, I think that you just don't know. I think they're talented enough to get there. They get some momentum.
Never did.
They never did. They get some momentum. They can ride it through Big 12 play, which, it's like I said earlier to y'all over text earlier. The Big 12 is impossible to predict.
It really is.
It's
it really is.
Really
it's
impossible.
It's a toss-up, honestly, this year.
I mean, my pick last year was not even close. Ralph's pick last year was a little better.
It's like right there on the edge.
I don't even know who my pick was last year. Was it Utah?
Did you go Utah last year? I don't think you went Utah.
I just hope it wasn't Oklahoma State.
I think I went Oklahoma State. Yeah, because I was really high on Ollie Gordon coming back.
Look, they had the most teams that are in close range for conference championship odds. It's 8 schools that are in close range for the conference championship.
It's a toss-up.
Clemson's the highest. Clemson has the best right now for ACC with -110, and then it goes +425, +850, +900, and it's hitting the thousands. The ACC is +550, 550, 550, 650, 650, 900.
Good God.
Yeah. It's just you don't know. It's a weird conference this year.
TriStar is just listing out institutions.
Richard Crowder is going to be awful.
Connor says there's basically no talent gap in the Big 12.
Kansas State's really good. They just had a rough year last year. I think so. I'm a fan of Avery Johnson.
I like Avery Johnson. Prediction: Dr. Bob will be in person at college football games in at least 4 different states this fall. I mean, that's negative 5,000 out of 10 in terms of hot takes there, Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob is a time traveler. I don't want to hear it.
Hot take: Malachi Honsley and Jamal Rush for $1K apiece. They split the Heisman, and Georgia Tech loses to Auburn in the Natty.
I don't know how you're gonna make it to the Natty winning 4 games.
And he's not talking about Tech.
No, he's definitely not talking about Tech.
Troy's will lose to Central Phoenix.
They probably would. They probably would. They're loaded.
All right, let's go to mine real quick.
I don't remember. Can somebody jog my memory?
You picked Auburn to do what last year? You didn't pick them to do anything.
What did I pick Auburn to do? And I'm not picking them to do anything this year.
You had them to go under the win total. That's what you had them at last year.
You took them under win total last year, actually.
It was you had them as your
7.5, free money.
All right,
do you want my second one? Because it has to do with Auburn, since we're talking about them.
Just go ahead, yeah.
This is the one you texted us earlier?
Yep.
Okay.
Georgia's going to go to the school of Dirk.
Oh, boy.
Interim head coach DJ Durkin leads a 2-3 Auburn team to a victory over Georgia in week, 6? Coming off a bye week?
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's when you make a coaching change going into a bye week.
Learn Dirk.
Professor Dirk's in the building.
Learn that sleeveless pullover he wears in spring.
What's your record? 2-3.
2-3. Lose to Baylor, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. Beat Ball State and win on a last-second field goal against South Alabama.
If you're losing on last-second field goal to South Alabama, then something's really wrong going on there. That's a big.
I don't know
question.
who thought it. I don't know who thought scheduling that game was a good idea.
So they won't schedule Troy. That's for some reason. It's
They
a
won't.
cakewalk this year.
You think Auburn fires Hugh Freeze 2-3 start? Like in all seriousness?
I don't think
No,
so.
John Cohen already said he's not. John Cohen laid out how he's going to evaluate the football program. Wins and losses were not included.
Clip it.
They weren't. Go read it. Go read his quote. And then he talked in the third person. Does not give me a lot of confidence.
Okay. Jordan.
It's your day.
Bowl predictions by Connor. This year's end of the regular season. See, Connor's being serious here. We're just goofing off here. This year's end of the regular
I'm being
season,
serious.
top 10 teams combined for the most loss. I'm sorry. This year's end of the regular season, top 10 teams combined for the most losses in the college football playoff era. Current high of losses is 15, set in 2016. That's a good one, Connor.
I think
like
it's going
that.
to keep. I think honestly, I agree, but also I think it's going to keep going up every year because with conference realignments, you're going to have teams losing more games and still making the playoffs. I think
You also have more teams in the playoffs now.
yeah, and that
There
does
we
help.
go. Just move the goalposts, make it easier to get in the playoff.
South Alabama is known to knock teams off. Who have they beaten? I'm serious.
Oklahoma State.
Does that count?
Georgia State beat
Ask
Tennessee a
them.
couple years ago.
Ask them; they love talking about it.
All right.
I miss the days when 12-0 would play 12-0, or I'm sorry, 13-0 would play 13-0 to decide who's the national champion.
Look, hey, they beat Oklahoma State and lost to Central Michigan next week. So I don't
Will
wanna
can
hear
have his own segment that just says, I miss the days when, and it could just be different things. Political, socioeconomic. I know that word probably went over two people's heads in this. So, yeah, it is what it is. They beat Mississippi State in a Mullen year. South Alabama did?
2017, maybe.
Also,
And-
shout out to the people who never comment watching tonight. We
Did Mississippi
appreciate it.
State go to South Alabama? I know they've been to Southern Miss multiple times.
They've been to Troy. It was 2016. South Alabama went to Mississippi State and beat them 21-20. I was a
That's
freshman.
wild.
I was a freshman at Troy.
Shut up, Will. OKSU. It's OSU. Clayton. Pick a
Oklahoma-
profile picture, dude.
What is way more than Auburn? What they've been to one
Try to
Big
start.
12
Don't say that
title
out
game?
loud. Don't try to start. Don't. Oh
man.
TriStar, do you want to?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Well,
was.
do you want to feel old? Feel old.
Say it, Will.
I can make TriStar feel old.
Go ahead.
Say it. Will doesn't remember those days.
I was less than a year old when Terry Bowden resigned. We all were. That's how young we are. We weren't even alive.
It ended on a missed field goal from State. Remember, like it was yesterday. Chuck, are you a Mississippi State fan or are you a South Alabama fan? I'm curious how you found the show. Will thinks that 1993 was a screw job. I had a comment. I'm not going to say it.
It was.
Glad you didn't say it.
Well, you know what?
That'd be a classic. That'd be a classic Bammer plant. While Auburn didn't win the '93 national championship.
You know what's not planted?
Old Miss fan.
I know what, Chuck.
Hotty toddy.
Charles. Chuck Nasty on the show tonight. You know what's seriously though?
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It may not take 10 years, Dennis.
Yeah, it might not.
Let's go.
Oh gosh.
In case you didn't know.
It's
Gotta be them orange pants.
Shout out the algorithm, Chuck. Subscribe to the
Yeah.
channel.
Dennis, if you didn't know, former Tennessee head coach Derek Dooley is running for Senate from the state of Georgia.
I'm voting for him. What do you mean?
Will thinks that Reggie Ball was a better quarterback than Jason Campbell.
No,
Uh,
no.
Reggie
No.
Ball is one of the best quarterbacks that ever played for the University of Georgia. Since he liked to throw so many picks to the red and black.
Oh, a current head coach? Oh, okay.
Key versus John Ossoff. Lock it up. Clayton never fails. All right. But you know what also never fails? Real quick.
Oh, here we go. Some BS?
That BS.
It's not BS. All natural bug spray that really, really works. I used it today. I was grilling some burgers. There were some bad bugs flying around South Louisiana. Used it today. It was awesome. Daughter got to play outside. Didn't affect her. No chemicals. Make sure you check out our friends. Use TCB15 for that code, and you get 50% off of a great product. It's healthy. It's family friendly. It's garden friendly. So make sure you check out what they've got going on there. Our sponsor, one of our big sponsors here, all season long, and we're pumped to do that. So, they do a great job, and we want to do a great job for them indeed. And so they do. We love what they do. Will thinks that the varsity beat should be shut down.
What? No, I think that would be Ralph because Ralph refused to go into the varsity.
Y'all want to know something real quick? This is just kind of an off-topic show tonight because I'm going to get to mine here in a second. When we were in Atlanta last year for the Georgia State Georgia Tech game, right, having a good old time, we wanted Ralph to be man on the street, do some man on the guy on the street interviews, and walk into the varsity and just start interviewing people. And he declined. And I think that'd be great. Not so bold take. All natural bug spray really works. It does, Connor. Bryce, I've been drinking and it keeps everything away. Well, no one told you to do that. That was
your profile picture looks like you're 12 years old, dude. I
Joe,
can't take you seriously.
Joe, that was not a part of the ad campaign that we wanted you to follow.
The varsity is not the best place ever, Clayton. It's highly overrated.
The varsity?
Yeah.
It's not good. It's
highly overrated.
I mean, but what are you comparing it to? That's if something has to be rated, you got to compare it to something, right?
Any fast food burger.
Well, who's eating a burger at the varsity?
Great question.
I don't know. I haven't got.
You know what? Play the video. That's what I compare it to. Just kidding. Can't do that.
Don't play that video.
Check didn't clear.
Yep.
Check did not clear. No, actually, yes. By the way, yeah. You know what does? These fellas right over here.
Cook's Place began serving our signature hot dogs in 1985 from a cart on Broadway. We still serve the best hot dogs and scrambled dogs in town at the corner of Moon and Miller Road and at the landings. Our friendly staff won't let you leave hungry. Come in and eat to the beat with our 50s jukebox. Cook's Place, fast service, great people, awesome food. What are you waiting for?
What are we doing?
There we go.
Look, Gavin and I did last Friday night after leaving the Callaway game.
Last time Gavin had a cookout, he nearly threw up on himself in Charlotte. It was wild.
I wanted to answer one question before Bryce did his date.
Go ahead.
Look, honestly, yes, they're going to love him. He was a great AD at Troy for 6 years. I mean, I got to watch him when he left and went to, I think he went to Southern Miss at one point and then came back to Troy and became the AD. It was, everyone was not surprised he got the job. So the guy's a hard worker. He's going to do great things for Georgia Tech. I said it on Twitter the other day. So, he liked the tweet and everything. So, I mean, everyone agrees that this guy's it's a big loss for Troy. But I'm very happy for him because he's going to be at 80 in a few more years somewhere else, and he's going to do great things. So
there we go.
Can he raise money?
Yes.
Can you do it without? Never mind.
Stop asking questions.
Let's not go there.
You know where this is going to go.
I think it's best we don't get into that.
I agree with this statement.
Okay, my hot take for my bold prediction.
Going to sell the Clemson game? Sorry.
In 2025. I think Billy Napier gets fired. I don't think. Here's my bold prediction: that Billy Napier gets fired from Florida, and DJ Lagway goes portaling. Obviously, this schedule is kind of just flip flop from last year, fellas. They're going to go on the road at Miami, but I want you to listen to this. And this is kind of this is how this would be spelled out in terms of Florida just absolutely, for lack of better words, pissing down their leg. Right? They're going to play LIU, which I didn't even know had a football program in Week 1 on Community Day. It's going to be 5,000 degrees on August the 30th. They'll win that game. They'll beat South Florida. So they're 2-0. lose at LSU, lose at Miami, lose versus Texas, you're 2-3. Lose at A&M, you're 2-4. You beat Mississippi State to go 3-4. Lose to Georgia, beat Kentucky, lose to Ole Miss, lose to Tennessee, and Billy Napier in Florida finish 4-8 with a bad loss to Florida State at the end of the year. I think it's one of those things. If he takes enough of a step back at Florida this year, there's a serious chance that he could be let go. And then it has to, the question has to become, can you hire a coach in time? If you make the decision to fire someone like Billy Napier with the talented quarterback like DJ Lagway, you've got to make sure you know who you're going after. Like if you let him go, because then that communication has to start immediately. Here's the second part of this. DJ Lagway's battled some type of little injury during football camp or fall camp. What if he's not 110% healthy? I think it takes a lot of the wind out of the sails of this team. So my bold take is Billy Napier's fired, DJ Lagway goes portaling, and Florida is kind of left with, they go in a span of 4 months from their entire futures in front of them as a program to now you got to reset and you've got to kind of rebuild what you wanted to do. And they haven't done too hot on the recruiting trail here recently either. So I don't know. It's interesting. We got a question there from Connor. Let's answer this. What's your favorite college football future right now? I've played several this summer, but the price has changed on all of them significantly except for the one. So do I have a best bet right now? But I want to hear yours. Lenora Sellers, Heisman. That was one out. It was like plus 1,300 in June. And I was that one for me was that one for me that because I don't think it's crazy, but it's still a good thing to like maybe get you a nice little payout. That was the one for me at least. I don't know about you fellas.
Will, do you have one?
Auburn under 7.5 wins.
Clayton says Haynes King Heisman. Georgia Tech to win the ACC. TriStar just named the backup quarterback, George McIntyre. That's a good one, though. Do you have one, Ralph?
I saw one on Twitter today, and I didn't want to. And I thought about saying it, and I looked back at the schedule, and there's no way they let this team get in the playoff with the schedule they have. Someone said Army would be the G5, representative this year.
Well, I mean, what a perfect year that would be.
I knew exactly.
Would you take an 0-12 year from Auburn for that to happen? If Army got in the playoff?
Yeah, he would. Because Hugh Freeze gets fired.
I'll take another 5-7 though.
That's great.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go Tulane makes the playoff as a G5 representative this year.
I don't see it. John Summerall is going to have a busy last 2 weeks, ironing out the details to become Auburn's head coach in 2026.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He likes to take head coaching jobs right before a bowl game. Leave his team with about half of them have the flu, and right before they play a bowl game, they lose.
What constitutes a future? Like, I like this one.
I mean, like if I said like next year.
No, like Texas A&M to make the playoff this year, plus 235. I would take that.
It's a future.
I like A&M this year. Tulane beating Duke would be interesting given the men's story.
You know why I say it there, Dennis? Because Dr. Bob's right here. That's why I say it. No, but honestly, Tulane's schedule is pretty easy besides, the Duke and Ole Miss game back to back. Besides that, they're
here's one. By the way, new betting stuff we're going with this year, FanDuel. Forgot to mention that. Oh. Georgia Tech plus 710 to make the playoff.
What?
Don't read that comment. Don't read the comment.
Why do we have some Java? We got some grade A grass-fed USDA certified Java in the comments right now. That would be about as Auburn of a hire as you could get.
Will would crash out more than Brian Harsin being hired as head coach.
I was excited about Brian Harsin.
Did you see the tweet I sent?
trying to help you out there.
Yeah, and that site that I will not call the name of should be shut down because those people that are on there obviously have a
site?
screw
What
loose.
is this? I gotta go look at this real quick.
Nobody even knows what we're talking
Oh, I
about.
said the same thing earlier.
Y'all can probably put it in the Discord so people can see what we're talking about.
Manny Diaz is the Auburn head coach next year.
That is some USDA certified Java right there.
Oh me, that's unfortunate. The fact you made it that quick is impressive. You made that quick.
I love how it doesn't even cover up the whole screen. That's the best part about it.
That's the best part. It's not even. I don't know where he went and put that at. I guess he went to. Oh, I see it now. He made an ad. He made it an actual ad.
It's just that's wild.
All right, let's take that off.
All right,
I would be so in.
Okay,
Cadillac.
Connor's being real. Let's respect Connor.
Where's Cadillac at right now? Is he still at Central Florida? Or is he?
He was never at Central Florida.
I thought he was.
He was with the Raiders.
Oh, that's right.
Connor says I love Toledo over 8.5 wins. Last time I checked DraftKings, the price was like -115 to the over. Like Washington over 7.5 wins at plus money line. Washington make college football playoff is a good long shot in my opinion. Who's their quarterback this year?
Toledo?
No. Washington. If that kid pops off, they've got a chance to make. They're a dark horse team. God, what is his name?
I don't know anything about Washington. Damon Williams.
Oh, it's that kid. I know you're talking about.
Yes, Damon Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like that, Connor. That's a good one. Hot take: Tulane goes 2-1. Jake Retzlaff wins American Conference Player of the Year. Dr. Bob storms the Yeoman Stadium turf twice this year, and Will eats crow, but gets Summerall as Auburn head coach for 2026.
Will eats crow.
What crow am I eating? That sounds great.
Will loves that idea.
Toledo quarterback is Georgia Tech legend Tucker Gleason. New Orleans is below sea level. Sometimes I think TriStar just like Googles facts about places and then just puts them in the comments. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure.
Dr. Bob, what is this crow that you're saying I'm gonna eat?
Here, everyone give this. Go to FanDuel and give me your long shot to make the playoff. Georgia Tech plus 710 is I don't mind that.
Oh crud.
You could just Venmo me whatever you want to put on that.
Sorry, I had to pull up the FanDuel Sports.
SMU plus 440.
Hammer it.
Is Zach Gibson still playing ball? And New Orleans is below sea level. Thank you. Zach Gibson's going to be the quarterback at
South Alabama, probably.
No, that's Zach Pyron.
Oh,
Gibson's at Florida Atlantic.
Zach Pyron's going to beat Auburn.
No, he's not.
Wake Forest plus 8,000. David says Mississippi State goes winless in the SEC.
I have it
Akron to make the playoff. UNLV. I don't know if that's a long shot though. Ralph, Kansas State was plus 430.
Mm-hmm. Texas Tech
what's Auburn's odds to make the playoff?
Texas Tech's plus 410.
You want Auburn's odds, Will?
Yeah.
Plus 3,000.
Boise State's plus 176.
I mean, they are going to get a lot of suckers at that number.
Connor says, peace out. Got to work. Have a good night. Appreciate you tuning in, Connor. Kennesaw State.
I got you right here. Well, I had it.
State.
Plus
I had it pulled up, but now
10,000.
Yeah, that's where the UAB's is.
Toledo's is plus 1,800.
Troy's is plus 8,000.
This is sick. Sick. Troy is plus 8,000.
Yeah. UConn plus 10,000. Do you care about that?
Jim Moore is still there?
Is he?
At
Gavin
UConn?
said,
Yeah.
Big Ten, or Gavin said USC.
Gavin's high on USC, man.
USC is plus 420.
Would that be a good hire for Auburn? Jim Moore? I like Jim Moore.
You don't want to.
I'm just asking.
Joe says Ole Miss goes under the win total and only wins 6 games and loses the Egg Bowl. That'd be rough.
I would love it.
Yeah, because you know what that means.
I would love it.
Well, if that happens, I can tell you right now, that's who Florida's going after if they have to fire Billy Napier.
What are Andrew Alford Heisman odds? Can we get that?
Absolutely not.
If that has a number, whoever's
I'm working on it.
no.
What stars? You mean the home of NIT champions Chattanooga Moccasins?
There's a
Listen,
Devontae Ross Heisman odds plus 50,000.
I can't get on the Alex Golish train because the offense is way too spread out. We need to simplify things, bring things in more compact, stay in that what would it be like 33 personnel, the wishbone, no receivers.
Here's one for Will. Byron Brown.
Let's put 50 pounds on Cam Coleman and put him at tight end. Nobody's touching him.
This is turned into. I hope this makes it to the barn at this point.
Except we need a fullback.
Auburn's plus 2,200 to win the SEC this year.
What was the odds to make the SEC or make the playoffs? What was the odds to make the playoffs?
What did you say?
UTC. Who's UTC?
University of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
To make the playoffs. Ralph, you can get Troy
Mercer's
plus
odds?
1,300 to win the Sun Belt.
That's free money.
Finally, somebody has suggested a real coach to be the next
my
Auburn coach,
gosh.
Tom Osborne.
Oh man!
What's
I'll
Mercer's
tell you
odds?
this.
They got Mercer on there.
No, you know who you want to be the next head coach at Auburn.
I do know who I want. I forgot his name.
Drew Cronick. Bold take. Mississippi
Drew
State hires
Cronick.
Paul Johnson after an 0-12 season, runs a triple option. If we're not careful, Will might start a Brent Key to Auburn if we beat Georgia.
Now, why would Brent Key leave Georgia Tech?
Brent Key's only leaving Georgia Tech to get the Alabama job, and that's not
Auburn is
happening.
plus
Barry Switzer. All right.
2,900 to go undefeated.
What'd you say?
Auburn is plus 2,900 to go undefeated.
Hammer it. Will, would you take
wanna
Paul
know-
Johnson out of retirement?
Yeah, I was just thinking that what would the alternate timeline be if Auburn hired Paul Johnson instead of Gene Chizik? Paul Johnson was Auburn
Ruth
people
would've
did
been
talk
your
to Paul
DC.
Johnson. He was the DC, and Auburn won a national title. So I guess Auburn's still going to win a national title.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Jerry Jones. What could Auburn hire Jerry Jones to be the
For
head coach?
what? GM? He
Head
ruined
coach.
that program too. Like he's doing it right now.
Head of research and strategy.
Jerry Jones could be the GM. Jimmy Johnson could be the head coach.
Grief.
Troy Aikman's going to be the quarterback's coach.
Hey, look, yeah, times definitely are different around Auburn. Got the modern day Mike Price.
Oh boy, Will, it's December 13th.
Ed Orgeron instead.
Now listen, December 13th,
Ed Orgeron.
2025.
Jimbo
Hugh
Fisher.
Freeze is gone, and across your timeline it says Jimbo Fisher hired
Jimbo
Auburn.
Fisher has begged for this job 3 different times. Him and Bobby Petrino have begged for the Auburn job, and neither of them can get it.
God bless. Bold take.
Listen.
Bryce Koon finally figures out how to best virtual UGA. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon.
Listen, we talked earlier. We were texting about Brian Vincent being the interim AD, and Ralph
get me-
just talking about how
don't get me
crazy that is.
started.
I don't want to hear anybody crying. Shug Jordan was the AD, football coach, basketball coach, and baseball coach all at the same time.
It was in 13.
No, I don't want to hear any crying. Just do your job. Do your job.
He is. He's doing someone else's job and not getting paid for it.
Why not?
Look, if
Why
you don't know
not?
what we're talking about, Brian Vincent is the head coach of
not?
ULM. John Hartwell, their AD, left. They're going to take another job, possibly. Not going to say where. Possibly there. And they have named Brian Vincent the interim AD at University of Louisiana Monroe. And he's not getting paid extra for it. because they are going to cut cost at ULM. Yeah, I know.
I could have been a Warhawk and Ralph wouldn't have supported. That's all I
told
know.
you. And you know what? They probably wouldn't pay you. You do it for free. Look, there's a rumor under it that says that he left, or he might be leaving too, because they're only allowed him to have 3 assistants this year.
What?
Which there's a rumor that Brian Vincent is going to leave because they might only allow him to have 3 assistants.
Now admin is pushing fake news.
I think we're having 3 different podcasts at one time, by the way.
We need to go ahead and end this now.
Now we got admin pushing
Hold
fake
on,
news.
here we go, Will.
Nope.
Can you please tell TriStar why it's pronounced that way, please?
Because he's from Georgia, and that's how people from Georgia say it. It's Jordan.
Yeah,
Bill
Jordan Vocational School.
Bill Jordan, Jordan Vocational High School.
Best cheeseburger place. Let's just start answering some questions.
Not the varsity. Not the varsity.
Best cheeseburger place
in Columbus, or like in there you go, right there. That's
Jack Brown's is elite.
What is Jack Brown's? I've never heard of Jack Brown's.
You would like Jack Brown's. You would.
You would. It is good.
You would.
Is it better than Jack's?
Yes.
Well, it's not a.
Absolutely better than Jack's.
Clip it.
There you go. I'm done.
Culver's is up there. Culver's has a good burger.
Cookout
has a good burger.
It's
I
only
always say
fast food
Wendy's.
burger,
Wendy's
actually.
isn't bad. Jack's.
No, that was a
Jack's
okay.
breakfast is elite.
Me asking about Jack's is a troll because you haven't ate Jack's.
Y'all don't like Jack's?
When do we eat Jack's?
There's a Jack's by close to your apartment.
No, we don't eat. I don't eat Jack's.
Jack's breakfast is good.
Hey,
I go across the
listen.
street and get me some $5 sushi. That's what I did.
Oh God!
And they're right, Gavin.
If you hit Jack's in Sylacauga, best place to eat in Sylacauga.
The only place to probably eat in Sylacauga.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, there's a Burger King on the other side.
Here we go. This is my
Thank
guy Aaron, LSU fan, lives in I think he lives in Harris County, but lives in Columbus. Patty's Burgers, downtown Columbus, Georgia. I miss those burgers. I don't know Patty's. Will you know Patty's?
Neither. Nope. We had
You probably just
Flipside.
made Aaron feel really old. By the
Flipside
way.
was great. Yep, I don't know about Patty's.
God, where was that at?
Royal Cafe downtown was good.
Yeah, we know Minis.
Minis
Silicaga
slaps.
dumb.
I would do a live
There's
show.
one good thing in Silicaga, and it's Purcell Farms. That's it.
The mayor. No comment on Brian Kelly hot take, or is Brian Kelly controlled media not letting you say that?
He pays the mortgage over there.
Brian Kelly walked past me at camp the other day and goes, I see the training camp holdout finally made it in.
That's great.
So
That's awesome. I love that.
did y'all see the SEC Netflix doc
I
series?
finished it
Yeah.
today. Great. I loved it. The whole thing was awesome. They did
My
a great
favorite
job.
food place is Atlanta, is Magic City.
We figured that. That's not shocking at all from me. You and Jonesy probably go together with his friends.
What college teams do y'all hate the most? This is why this show is great. Right here, we just get to sit here and answer questions.
Well, I'll answer for Bryce. It's Iowa.
I don't even say
Oh,
that.
that's my bold prediction. I saw one video. Looks like Iowa has a quarterback. Iowa to the Big Ten title game.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what college teams do I hate? I can't.
He can't say
Oh
that.
no. Oh no. This isn't good. Well, what's better? Moe's, Chipotle, Barb's, Sachero slaps.
I've never heard of Sacheros.
Never heard of Sacheros.
Very,
Yeah.
very good.
I'm a Barbaroos fan. I'll say that.
Chipotle.
Oh God.
Dude, Barb's or Sachero? Sachero's is really, really good.
I don't. Where's the closest one?
We have one in Valdosta. There's one in Macon. There's a couple. There's like one in Athens. There's a couple around Georgia.
I can't get on that train, big dog.
Thoughts on Panda Express?
Love it.
Love it.
Buster Faulkner to Iowa, bold take. Brian Fairwentz to Auburn. Hey, who was that guy that said that Brian Ferentz was going to retire. Did y'all see that on social
Kurt
media?
Ferentz.
He worked- Yeah, I don't know who Brian, it's Brian, his son, who
Yeah, the one that got fired because they couldn't score 24 points a game.
Do y'all think the files get released? Jeez.
What, the
Things on
rough
political
files?
the rough files.
I think we need to do a documentary on that. We need to go back to Troy and just
No, we don't.
We need to do some filming in Troy. We need to do some filming at Northern Little League. We need to do some filming in Dallas at SMU.
Hold on now.
Going to have to do some at Callaway where he was last week. Was it Callaway?
Yes.
Great
Yes,
interview,
was
by the way.
That was a really good interview. I was not. I told Ralph I wasn't expecting him to stand in front of the
Yeah, I
camera.
didn't either.
But he
I
just
wasn't-
went up
I
there.
wasn't-
just soaked.
Yeah, was
Rain-
it raining?
We were fine actually.
Rain soaked rough on camera.
We were fine.
That's what you pay the big bucks for the crowded booth.
Best stadium field, a hot dog.
Bold prediction: Texas beats Penn State in the national title game. We need to do some filming on Parks. I don't know, dude. Best stadium food. All right, what event are we talking about? Baseball game?
Just a normal baseball game, please.
Oh, footlong hot dog, footlong
No.
glizzy. I never forget. So before I left, I took
Popcorn.
each of these guys to a Braves game, just us, like a one-on-one date. And Gavin, was it with you that I got the glizzy? Or was that the
I don't
Hawks
think I
game? The
was at
Hawks
this
game.
game.
Gavin and I went to the Hawks game. I got a footlong glizzy. You know, I'm not going to say anything that's going to get clipped. Footlong glizzy. I'm eating it, and then Gavin gets called to do a promo on the court. It's a wild time.
Do you believe in skinwalkers?
Wait, Dennis, you live in Dallas? Film the Iron Skill at SMU at TCU. I'm curious. Does Dennis, is he live in Dallas? Bold take, Georgia
He
Tech
has
beats
to.
both Auburn and Alabama this year. That would
That'd
be
impressive. Fort Worth, okay. We were there in April. In Dallas.
I know that you love them. Their footlongs. The Tech Stadium food is awful. It is terrible.
It's better than the sound system. Might still bleed
That
thinking about
train-
that. No, we had a good time. We were the only people in the press box when it was third down saying it's money down.
We were saying that.
There were a lot of people surprised to see us there.
A lot.
We were
A
also
lot.
we were surprised ourselves.
Shout out Hot Rod. I know he's watching the show because he watches it.
Gotta love Rod, dude. He's the best.
Should we?
You know, I don't think I got a cookie at that game. I don't remember if I got a cookie or not. I don't think I did.
You guys haven't been to as many games as I have. And that's not a flex. I'm just being real. The food spread at Georgia Tech is terrible for the media. Will, do you remember and Gavin, the food spread for Charlotte? That was elite.
It was great.
The barbecue, and then they just had Bojangles hanging out. Bold prediction: KQ and Koon do a show together for On 3.
That's a
Yeah, you
real
own him
bold-
now, right?
I don't own them. I
It's
don't.
a real bold take.
Bold prediction: Berry College wins the D3 championship. If that happened, the Stag
Bold
Bowl.
Vikings.
You know they call the D3 national championship the Stag Bowl. It's amazing. We're going. We're doing a live show. From
Isn't that
Stag
in-
Bowl.
Who
It's
is
in, like-
we? You got a mouse in
it's-
your pocket?
Is it not in
Man.
like where's it at again?
I have no idea.
I know
couldn't-
D2 is in like McKinney.
D2 is it's at McKinney ISD. How many run trailers?
A lot. And I had friends that lived in those trailer parks. I'm not proud to say so.
Rest
That's
in
all
peace
over
to the porch.
the front.
Yeah, Ralph, you want to pour one out for the porch real quick?
Hey, did y'all see my tweet interaction today with Brandon Silvers on Twitter? Forward
I
Troy
did.
quarterback. He said he is taking his name out of the running for Troy AD. And I asked him, if you were to be AD, would you support the Troy players going to the porch after wins? And he said, I would pull NIL if they didn't do that. So, because in a Neil Brown interview after the Auburn or after 4B LSU, he even said on this interview, I used to drive by the bars after games and I see my players' vehicles outside.
I'm not familiar with boulevarding. Bold prediction: Will has his first child in the next 16 months.
Nope.
Hey man, birthday bros.
My birthday is on the 25th of this month. My wish for is to beat Clemson week 3. I love it. J-Dub, the Three Amigos. Bold prediction: Georgia Tech disowns their Southern heritage and sides with the Yankees. I don't even
Agree. Where are you pulling this from? Those outrageous takes from you tonight.
That'd be maybe the most American thing you could say about Georgia Tech.
All right. That last one's a little. We call it after that one.
Jonesy, that's wild.
Yeah, that's a wild one to end the night on.
There we go. Stagg was born during the Civil War, coached at the University of Chicago for 40 years, and died at 103 in 19.
History lessons tonight.
Y'all remember Dr. Bob being our intern 2 years ago, and look at him now.
Just freelancing.
Freelancing. Yeah, I think it's
all right.
So show schedule next week. Kind of some things on the docket we're thinking about here. Just brainstorming live on the show, I guess we could do. We're going to have full playoff predictions next week as we ramp up, and we'll talk some different fall camp storylines. Really want to talk about the Alabama quarterback battle. What's happening there? Bold prediction: you three the battle.
I was at. This is a true story, and this is not going to surprise anybody. I was at Kennesaw Mountain. Was it 2 Saturdays ago? I think. Watched them reenact. Did a little presentation at Kennesaw Mountain.
Not you, Will. Not you.
I know. I see it.
That got me.
I see it.
Bold prediction: Georgia Tech meets Alabama in the postseason, and Tech beats them. Tech fans then make fun of Georgia fans for their 1-7 against Bama.
Clip, please. Can we please?
Did you go to Town Center Mall afterwards?
No, I did not.
You know what? You know what?
Dude, try those everything about every city.
You know what I appreciate about the people who watch this show?
They're still watching for some reason.
That's one. The
We're getting more viewers.
The viewership has increased as we've gone live tonight.
I thought nobody watched this show.
That's
8 viewers.
Yes, I'm gonna answer that for you. Yes. The people who watch this show are sickos. Like, you're a sicko, and I love it. And maybe that needs to be the fan club of this show. You know, everyone has cool name. Maybe it's just the Sickos Committee or the Sickos Club, because people who watch this show for an hour and 15 minutes.
Committee. They got a blue check mark.
That's
They
right.
do. Proud
Not
follower
bold
of the-
prediction. Tech and Auburn meeting the ball after both going 6-6. I could see it. I'll just say this, TriStar. Will is a part of organizations.
Oh, don't say that.
No. I am not a part of any organization.
Will
I'm not
is
affiliated. I'm not affiliated with anybody.
That's so bad to say that.
Will's a part of organizations.
Yeah, Jonesy, you could say that I'm suffering from early onset Republican.
Now, what about that when we went to the grassy knoll? I think Ralph was asleep.
I was asleep.
Gavin got up and left.
Gavin had a.
Look, Jonesy might know.
That's wild.
That's crazy thing.
Crazy, dude. He knows way too much about you.
It's crazy.
He knows. He's selling tires. He knows everything.
Joe's comment.
Oh God.
Oh God, I love these. I just love how what this show has become. I love it. It's great. We've, in all seriousness, shows next week. We're planning out some potential trips as well. Well, I guess we can kind of say this. The plan is to be at Clean Old Fashioned Hate at Mercedes-Benz in some capacity there in end of November.
I mean, I could. Let's not get into that.
Yeah. All right, let's just go back to Ken's thing here. He's talking, what if in Will's ACC scenario, Tech beats Miami in the conference title game to the playoff spot and then leaves Clemson 11-1 and Miami 11-1?
Well, if Clemson has that win over LSU, I think Clemson gets in.
Depending on how Florida does. Miami would have a win over Florida and Notre Dame.
I think in that scenario, you get 3 ACC teams in.
Yeah, Bryce, get it right.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Let's talk about this for a second. Not Clean Fashioned Hate, Invesco QQQ Bowl.
I love reading all those comments under it from every part of the fan bases. Not a single person liked it. They all hated it.
The fun part about this is, and I guess I'm allowed to say this, we get to hear Florida fans talk about it next year. They get to weigh in next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's public, right? Yeah, it's the
It's part of a series of games that have been sold to Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Look, I'll tell you one thing.
Is it Mercedes-Benz next year, and then it's in Orlando the year following, correct?
I think so.
This is the last year of the Georgia-Florida game in Jacksonville before it goes to Atlanta and then Orlando and then back to Jacksonville. It's a 2-year hiatus, I believe.
Is
I opened up a can of worms.
You started something we should.
I'm not affiliated with any organization.
That's not a bold prediction, Jonesy. We've known this for the last 2 months.
I've known it for 6.
You can't.
Years.
Never wrong, just early.
Yep. I mean,
hey, but that $10 million though.
Any tidbits, nuggets on the ticket allotment? What's the expectation, I guess, from people inside?
70-30 Georgia.
I don't think that's what Bryce was asking.
That is what I'm asking. I'm sorry if I were.
Oh.
Like, what's the expectation?
65-35.
Well, I can more confidently talk about the premium seating, the suites. I think the suites are 60-40 Georgia. I'm digging myself a deeper grave, but Sherman's March to the Sea was my 8th grade social studies favorite.
As a child, I went to the naval. I'll take some heat off of you. The Civil War Naval Museum, and I got mad that they didn't have a Confederate hat, and I had to buy a Union one.
Where's that graphic at? We gotta stop, dude. We gotta stop this. This is getting out of hand.
Oh my gosh!
We make this paid to watch now.
Yeah, this is the definition of Greta Booth After Dark right here. You know what? We may need to do some members only shows, and this is what we get. Will you ever go to Andersonville? I've been to Andersonville.
I've been to Andersonville.
It was like a field trip for every kid that went to school in Georgia.
Yep. It was a field trip.
There we go, Brian. Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in and watching. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We will catch you. By the way, Georgia Tech fans will be live tomorrow night. Talking about what's been going on in fall camp. And talk with some people today about some impressive things. And man, can't wait to see you tomorrow night. It'll be me solo, thank God. And then we'll see you again on Monday where we go playoff predictions and we talk some fall camp leading up to the start of college football season.
Get through it. Just get through it.
We appreciate you. That's Ralph. That's Will. My name's Bryce. We'll see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching the Greta Booth.
Pile in here and make yourself feel at home. coming on. The Crowded Booth with Bryce Koon.